The 5-year-old British boy kidnapped in Pakistan earlier this month is back with his father and preparing to return to Britain. Earlier this week there were scenes of excitement as relatives and local people celebrated his freedom. Sahil Saeed was on holiday with his father when an armed gang seized him. Pakistan's Interior Minister made the announcement of the boy's release.
The warning was issued that leave him at a public place, and that has been done, but it's not going to end here. We'll make sure to find out as to who has done it.
Sahil's mother is still in England. She told reporters that when she spoke to her son on the phone, he sounded as though nothing had happened. It's now been confirmed that a ransom of £110,000 was paid for the boy's release. Jerusalem saw violent clashes on Tuesday. Palestinians were protesting the blessing of a restored synagogue just a few hundred meters from one of Islam's holiest sites. Protesters threw rocks at Israeli police and burned tyres to show their outrage. The police responded with tear gas and rubber bullets. 10 Palestinians were seriously injured and 60 were arrested. Tensions have been rising recently over Israel's decision to add 2 West Bank shrines to its national heritage list. This week, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu clashed with US Foreign Secretary Hillary Clinton. America claimed that Mr. Netanyahu is undermining peace talks with Palestine with the approval of Jewish buildings on occupied land. This led to US Middle East envoy George Mitchell cancelling his trip to Jerusalem, where he was brokering peace talks between Palestine and Israel. David Miliband has been in China this week for 3 days of talks with Chinese officials. The Foreign Secretary has been discussing climate change, trade, and the situation in Iran. Tensions have been high between Britain and China since last year, when a British man believed to be mentally ill was executed for drug smuggling. Mr. Miliband met with his Chinese counterpart, Ying Jieshi, on Tuesday to discuss growing concerns over Iranian nuclear weapons. Britain was hoping to gain support from China for the UN to impose further sanctions on Iran. But Mr. Jieshi reiterated that China was against sanctions and wanted to seek further negotiations with Iran. London-based company Apex is selling the Tommy Hilfiger fashion label for around $3 billion. Philip Van Heusen, the company that owned Calvin Klein, will buy the designer brand. Fashion insiders say that the move could regenerate the Tommy Hilfiger label that peaked in popularity during the 90s.
You know, the Tommy Hilfiger brand was very popular 10 years ago. Then it went into oversaturation. It got too mature. It got pulled back, nurtured, pruned, and maybe this is an opportunity again for Tommy Hilfiger.
Dominique Renault with all the national and international news from the last week.